Hello, good afternoon. Happy Tuesday. I'm going to give it a moment just so that we can all catch up, that the live stream can catch up with all of us so that we're on the same time. And in the meantime, I'm going to do the introduction for today's class. Happy Easter to everyone that does celebrate Easter. Hope that you had a wonderful Easter weekend and you're feeling ready to get started with our April classes. This month we're focusing all of our classes on nervous system regulation. I know that at the moment the world is just feeling really uncertain. There's a lot going on, and movement is a fantastic way for us to come back to ourselves, pour into ourselves, regulate our nervous system so that when we go out into the world, we're able to just show up with better energy, which is like just a lot more feel-good vibe, so that we can pour into the people that we love and the projects that we're working on, whether it's at work or other things that you're doing. So yeah, that's what we're going to be focusing on this month. Today's class is going to be a beginner-friendly core and breath work. So all you'll need is your mat, and we're going to be coming back to that breath. How do we use our breath to connect to the core, and then move from that center? There will be options as always, so choose the option that feels best in your body. Okay, let's get started. We're going to come to lie down on our backs. Take a moment there. Just making your way to the center of your mat. Taking your hands to your rib cage. And then just settle in there. Just a few breaths, letting go of everything outside of your space. Finding ease at the shoulders. All right, we're going to come to that lateral breath. As you take an inhale, feel your rib cage expanding to the sides. And as you exhale, feel your rib cage narrow and drop down to the mat. Continuing with that breath. As you inhale, you're going to feel your hands drift apart, your rib cage expand into your hands. As you exhale, your rib cage is going to narrow down towards your hips and into the mat. And notice how that starts to switch on your core. Feel those muscles tighten around your waist and belly button. Now I want you to take one hand down towards the belly button and your top hand to the center of your rib cage. Continue with this breath. But now I want you to focus on your lower abs pulling in and up. So you're thinking belly button pulls to spine and up towards your chest. Feel how your rib cage goes down. Let's take 2 more breaths here. Good. This breath is so important to help us to deeply connect with our core. Let's add on, keeping with this breath as you exhale, lift one leg to tabletop, lower it down and alternate. Try to avoid rocking in your hips by tightening the core and then lifting the leg. Let's go 1 more on each side. And then we're adding on. Keep this leg in tabletop. Tuck your hips in a bit deeper, lower back to mat. Second leg to tabletop. Hold it there. Toe tap 1 leg at a time. Inhale down and exhale to lift. Pull your belly button in deeper. You want to feel your core muscles pulling in and up. If you feel like it starts to cone, just bring your leg in a little sooner. Let's go 2. And 1 more. Keep that leg down and switch the legs at the same time. Exhale, switch and switch. Press your head into the ground. Good, 4 more rounds. Finding ease at the shoulders, connect to the core. Last 2. Last 1. Bring your legs in towards your chest and take a lower back stretch. And then lay tabletop those legs. Press your hands into the front of your knees. So it's not here at the top, but it's here at the front. I know most people get very confused. So here, you're going to push your knees into your hands and your hands into your knees. Big exhale. And then release the pressure. Exhale, hands to knees. And release. You're going to feel your rib cage and lower back pull down to the mat and your core tighten simply with your breath. Blow your air out very slowly. Feel that core get tight. Let's go 2. And 1. Keep that core in. Take your arms to goalpost or T position, rotating the knees across the body to the one side. Pause and back through center. Inhale, twist. And exhale, back to center. Keeping your opposite shoulder on the ground. Reach those knees across to the wall next to you. Good. Try pull it in with control. No rocking. 1 more. Lower the feet down through center. Hands behind your head. Interlace them and lift the elbows off the ground. We're going to come up into a chest lift, exhale breath. Hold for an inhale. And lower with control. We take it up and down as we exhale. And take an inhale at the bottom and top. Sliding your ribcage down to your hips. Good. Feel like you curl your ribcage into the ground. For 2 more. And last one, you're going to hold it at the top. Let your head rest in your hands by pushing head back a bit, 50%, and then twist the waist. Rotate, look at me. Come back through center, other side. And center. Good. Inhale, twist, exhale, center. So we want to push that head and hands 50-50 into each other. So press your head slightly back. And notice how that takes it out of your shoulders. Lovely. Let's go 1 more. Come back through center and lower the chest. Separate your feet in line with your hips. We're going to take the chest lift up. Hold it. Can you feel that you're rounding your rib cage into the ground, lifting up through your head? You're going to tuck your hips. Exhale, lower back to mat, and then release your hips. Lift the lower back. Exhale, curl. Inhale, release. You want to feel like you're hollowing through those lower abs. So we don't want to be pooching or pressing our tummy muscles out. We want to pull them in and then release. Bring your head down if you need more support. Roll and release those hips for 3. Good. Pressing into your feet equally. And 1 more. Release those hips, lower your chest, and bring your hands next to you. Walk your feet in. We're going to press down into hands and feet equally. Begin to roll your hips up and off the ground. Pause in the bridge for an inhale. Low with control. Exhale. And again. Now we're thinking of that roll and release that we just did in our chest lift. You want to hollow the core, press your lower back to the mat, and curl to the tips of the shoulder blades. Lovely work finding that spinal articulation. Pressing into your hands, feel that support. Let's go one more, we're holding it at the top. Pause and hold. Press your shoulder blades down, hug your ribs in. Hold and squeeze and lift through the glutes. Find that activation in the legs. Hold and breathe. Find your center. Adding on. Open your knees just slightly wider than your shoulders, then lower your hips. Then as you lift your hips, close your knees to neutral. We go open, lower, lift, and close. Inhale down, exhale up. Slow and controlled. You want to feel like you're trying to squeeze your inner thighs together, but the knees don't touch. Coming to your upper body, press your shoulders down, hands to the ground for 3. Can you feel those inner thighs working? 1 more, hold it in bridge. Legs in neutral in line with your hips. Lift and lower the heels for 8. Exhale up, inhale, tap. Good, we have 4. Drop those shoulders down. Last 2. 1, hold and curl down with control. Beautiful work. Let's take those feet, walk them away from you just a little bit, stretch up through those arms. We're going to roll it up, half lift the chest, curl it up, grab behind your legs if you need, and coming up to tall seated position. Press your heels into the ground and push them away from you as you curl back. Now you can go all the way down or pause halfway back, depending on what feels good for you. We're thinking of pressing those heels into the ground to curl back, and then try pull them towards you to help curl up. Check that you keep your neck nice and long and your eyes above the horizon so that you don't creep into the shoulders. And let's go one more. And all the way up. Excellent, we hold it there. We're going to take your leg furthest away from me and straighten it. Your hands are going to go back behind you and your fingertips are pointing to the side. Press into your pinky fingers, sit up tall, open the chest. Now before we lift, I want you to slightly tuck your pelvis in so that you're not puffed up. Slide your foot in a little closer if you need. Press down, lift your hips, start to rise up through your hips, hold, and then lower your hips to the mat. So we're going to lift and lower those hips. It's a little tuck and curl to lift. And then lengthen from head to hips as you lower. Now please, you don't need to force it. Keep it in a range that feels good. So if you're only lifting halfway up, that's all good. You want to feel that stretch in your chest. Let's go 2. One more try. Think of getting your big toe to the ground. So straighten that leg, get it to the ground. See if you can lift a little higher. Great. And low with control. Take your opposite hand and grab this front knee for me, sitting up tall. Reach your hand out in front of you. We're going to pull that hand to chest, open and twist, and come back around. Take your gaze with your hand, so follow that hand, finding that lovely twist. Lengthening up from your mid-back to your head. Let's go one more. And bring it around. Okay, we're going to flip over to the side of the body. Knees are going to be bent, heels in line with your tailbone, and you're going all the way straight down, making sure that your arm is in line with your hip, and you're going to press that hip away, find that lift through the side of your waist. Finding that exhale breath, we're going to start to lift and lower this top leg. As you lift and lower this leg, you want to make sure you don't drop this waist. So we're keeping this core pulling in and the waist lifted. Good, we're adding on. You're going to lift and extend, bend and pull it down. Inhale, pull in. Exhale, core, extend. Really focusing on the emphasis of pushing slightly back and extending. So feel that control. Last 2. Good. Ooh, side of the glute is working. One more, extend and hold. Now, reach that leg away a little bit more. You're going to bend your knees, sweep it forward, extend and sweep it back. So you're keeping that knee bent. We feel that crease of your hip as you come forward. And then squeeze that glute as you go back. Now, most important here is you're keeping that core stability, so we're not swaying here. It's really keeping that core engaged. Hug that rib cage in. Let's go 2. Good. One more. Extend the leg. Reach it out away from you. Stretch a little bit further, and then 3 taps. 1, 2, 3. Exhale, lift. Good. You're gonna feel that glute on the side. Let's go 2 more rounds. And 1. Lower it down, straighten this bottom leg and bring those heels together. Slightly in front of the body. Core is back. Exhale, lift both of those legs. Find your balance. Lower with control. Lovely work. It's less about the height. It's more about, can you lower with control? Finding that point of challenge at the top. Good. Can you think of exhale, core lifts up? Lovely. 2. And 1. Hold it there. Stretch those legs away a little bit more. Lift a little higher. Hold. And release. Fantastic. Let's sweep those legs around over to the other side. Oh, in the thighs. Okay. Back up into seated. Leg furthest away from you is straight. Front leg is bent. Hands are behind you, sitting up tall. Press down into those heels. Lift those hips. Stretch. And then lower. Good. So as you go up, you're lengthening from your head. You're reaching that leg away from you. We want to get that little bit of a tuck of our hip as we lift. Let's go 2. One more, try to see if you can get that big toe down towards the ground. Really lift and stretch. Low with control. Taking your opposite hand, grabbing onto this front knee. Stretch the arm out, sitting up tall. Let's twist. Bringing your hand towards your chest. And then away from you. So you're pulling that leg in, which is going to help you sit up tall. Straightening from your mid-back all the way up to your head. Let's go one more. And all the way around. Right, into side work. All the way down, 90s in those legs. Heels are slightly in line with tailbone. Hips away, little lift. Right, let's start with that lift and lower of the top leg. Already starting to find that emphasis up and down. So I'm going to show you what it looks like if we just lying here, that leg can lift and lower it, and it's not really going to feel like much. So the more you push your hip away and you pull your knee up and away from the ground, you're going to feel it here. Beautiful. Let's go 2 and then adding on that extension. Let's hold it here, extend, slightly push back, bend and down. I want you to imagine like you're trying to push a wall away from you. You can even think of lengthening through your head as you push your heel away. Last 2. Beautiful. One more. Hold it there. You're going to bend your knee forward, crease this hip. Pull that core in. That alignment is important. And then push that leg back and forward. Can we feel that core control, keeping your upper body stable? Maybe even think of pushing down into this bottom leg to help you. Ooh, glutes. Let's go 3 and 2. One more. We're going to straighten this leg. Reach it away a little bit more. 3 taps. 1, 2, 3, and lift. Two more. And 1. Excellent work. Bring it in, straighten this bottom leg, heels squeeze together, core in. Now, if you feel off balance, bring your legs slightly forward. We're going up. Nice big exhale as you lift. See if you can feel the connection to the oblique. Good. Let's go 2. And 1. Release and lower down. Turn over to the front of your body. You have 2 options. You can either go hands stacked one on top of the other, resting your head on your hands, or bring your hands next to the side of your body. Your head is just above the ground. You're pressing down into your legs, lifting up through the core. We're going to lift up through the chest. Start to gaze just above your mat. And lower. Inhale up, exhale down. Now, if your hands are back behind you, you're reaching towards that wall behind you. If your hands are down to the mat, you're floating your head and hands up together. You want to feel that space in your mid-back. Find that activation. Feel your chest expand. Trying to keep that core lifted. Last 2. Good, let's go. One more. And down, hands under shoulders, tuck those toes, press it back, find a stretch. Ooh, feel that back. Let's give it a moment. All right, let's come into 4-point kneeling work. Here is where we're going to play around with some layers that we're going to build on to for the rest of the month. So for today, walk yourself to the front of your mat. Hands are directly underneath your shoulders, and you're going to tuck those 10 toes. Let's find a hover, push into the toes. Exhale, float your knees. Hold it, flat back. Lower the knees, tap, and lift. Inhale down. Exhale, lift. Good. The more you push into the toes and keep your hips behind your knees, you're going to feel your lower abs activate and hover you up. We've got 2. 1. Lower the knees, open the chest, take a stretch. Curl the spine. Lengthen. Extending your leg that's closest to me, pressing into those 5 toes, pressing into those hands. We're going to lower elbows for a tricep press. Then lift and hover your front knee. Lower, triceps, lift, hover. You're pressing into those front 5 toes to support you. Release them for challenge. Finding a nice long line from your hips to your head. Let's go 2. And 1 more. Lower the knee down. Take your opposite hand to the back leg, stretch it out to the front of your mat. Press down into your supporting arm to find more length. We're going to start to lift that leg at the back and tap. Reach it to the wall behind you. Adding challenge, lift and lower the arm. Shift slightly back out of your supporting wrist. You're trying not to sway. Try to keep your center for 3 more. And 2. Good work. 1 more. Bring everything in. Open the chest and then round. Let's take 1 more. And then we'll go over to the other side. Lengthen the spine, extend that opposite leg back. Press into your 5 toes so you come out of your wrists. We take a tricep press. Hover the front knee. Good. As you come forward and down, you want to press into your pinky fingers. Want to keep that chest open and proud. Last 2. And 1. Lower everything down. Stretch Stretch this opposite hand away from you. Lift and lower this back leg. Good. Lift your chest away from the ground a bit more by pushing into your supporting hand, so that when you add your arm, you're keeping your chest the same distance from the mat. Imagine balancing a cup in your mid-back, so you're not swaying or moving through your spine. Shift back a little bit more for the final 3. Last 2. And 1. Bring everything in, open through the chest, round through the spine. Now you can stay down to the mat, or you can take yourself into a curled spine, up to pike. Stretch. Lower the knees, open the chest. Curling from your hips to your head each time. Deep breath in as you open and exhale as you curl. 1 more. Let's lower the knees, press those hips back into a child's pose, stretch for a few breaths. Lengthen through those exhales. That long exhale will help regulate your nervous system. One more breath. And gently roll it up. Let's stretch up through those arms. Final breath in. And release. Well done. Thank you so much for joining me for today's beginner-friendly core breath connection. Little bit of a challenge there. So yeah, I'd love to know how this went for you. If this is your first time joining us, welcome. We will have our Q&A session now. So if you do have any questions, come and have a chat, share your thoughts, ask your questions, and I'll answer them for you here. If you're watching the replay, you can share your questions down in the comments and I'll answer them there for you. I'm going to go through everything that's coming up for this April. So let's have a chat. And if this is all for you today, thank you for joining me. I will see you in our next session. All right, how are we feeling today? I can feel that I'm very zen. Just going to hide the sun here for a bit. Hello, welcome everybody. Let's have a see if we've got any happy Easter. Happy Easter. Thank you so much, Charlene. So lovely to have you here. How was your Easter? Hope that it was beautiful and a good one. All right. I know with the holidays, things can be a little bit busy. So if you have joined during the holidays, thank you so much for joining me today. I'm going to go through I'm just going to close it because I'm struggling with the sun. I'm going to go through what you can expect to see in April, so that for anyone who is watching the replay, then you also know what's happening. So for the month of April, all of the classes are about that nervous system regulation. There's going to be a mix of no equipment classes. All the live classes will have no equipment. And then your uploads on a Thursday will have equipment. So the Tuesday class and the Thursday class, there will be an overlap, but the one will have mat only, and then Thursdays will have a prop added in, so that we can see how we can use the props to find a deeper connection. And using props is a fantastic way to tune out of what is happening in the world and just life and tune into our bodies by using that prop to give us a little bit more awareness, more challenge. I love using that prop when we have a busy brain. It helps us to find our focus by using things like weights, balls, and bands. But of course, if you don't have any of those props, all of the classes you can adjust and modify without the props. So still come and join for those ones as well, even if you don't have the props. Okay, what else do we have? So we have the I'm just trying to have a think of like what we have coming up for the rest of the month. So we've got the beginner class today. Next week we have a standing class, and then we will slowly but surely build up to a strength class at the end of the month. We're going to be playing around with some flow, some feel-good movements. Some of the work that we did in 4-point today, that's just setting the foundation. So then by the last week of the month, and we will be doing a strength focus class, and that will start to be adding on a little bit more hovering, more planking, more twisting. So it's going to get really, really fun. So I would highly recommend coming to the other classes and doing the beginner classes a couple times just to get that connection. So by the end of the month, you're feeling nice and strong and stable, and you can play around with a bit of flow. Flow is always my favorite, so I'm really, really excited about that class that is coming. All right, let's have a look and see if we have any questions today. I know some of the work was quite fresh and beginner, so I don't think there'll be many questions, but who knows? Sometimes things can come in, some questions, and trying to find a deeper connection with our work. All right. Okay, perfect. So I don't think there's going to be any questions today. That's perfectly fine. If the questions do come up during the week, you're welcome to pop it in the comments, maybe send me a private message as well. On that, if you found that even the beginner work still feels a bit uncomfortable, I do have a couple of slots available for April for private classes. So I will leave the link down below. Click that, you can book in for 1, 2, however many sessions you feel that you need. It's just a way to for me to help you so that when you come to do your online on-demand classes, you feel more stable, you know how to modify so that things feel good in your body. Other than that, I hope that you have a beautiful, beautiful week. Thank you for joining me for this live class, and I will see you next week live, same time. Bye.